Every great civilization has had the same nightmare, a creation that turns against its creator, a servant that becomes the master, a tool that destroys everything. And right now, we are living that story all over again. There's something deeply psychological happening with artificial intelligence that has nothing to do with the technology itself. That fear you feel when you hear about new AI breakthroughs, it's not new. Humans have been terrified of this exact thing for thousands of years, long before computers even existed. We just keep changing the name. But here's what nobody is telling you. The thing we fear most about AI isn't its power. It's what it reveals about us when we're not looking. Every algorithm, every bias, every single decision these machines make is exposing something we've spent centuries trying to hide. And the closer AI gets to human-level intelligence, the more uncomfortable that mirror becomes. Why do we keep creating the same monsters throughout history? What is AI actually reflecting back to us? The real danger isn't the machine, but what it shows us about ourselves. Are we ready to face that truth? What if the thing you fear most about artificial intelligence isn't the technology itself, but what it reveals about you? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will change how you see AI forever. We've created something remarkable. Machines that learn, adapt, and even think. Yet every breakthrough seems to bring a whisper of dread. Will AI replace us, control us, destroy us? But here's the truth. Nobody wants to admit this fear isn't new. It's ancient, and it has nothing to do with technology. Throughout human history, we've told the same story over and over. Prometheus stole fire from the gods and was punished eternally. Dr. Frankenstein created life and watched it turn against him. The golem protected its creators until it became their nightmare. Every culture has this myth. The creation that rebels. The tool that becomes the master. Sound familiar? That's because AI is just the latest character in humanity's oldest psychological drama. The legendary psychologist Carl Jung identified something he called the shadow. It's not the darkness behind you when light hits your back, but something far more profound. The shadow is everything you refuse to acknowledge about yourself. Your repressed desires, your hidden anger, your secret selfishness. Everything society taught you to deny, reject, and bury deep inside. And here's where it gets interesting. Jung discovered that we don't just hide our shadow, we project it, we see it in others. We fear it in the world around us. We create monsters to embody what we can't face within ourselves. Think about it. What do we say about AI? That it's cold, emotionless, purely logical. It calculates without compassion and makes decisions without empathy. But wait a minute. Doesn't that sound like something we already do? Corporations maximizing profit regardless of human cost. Governments running algorithms on citizens like they're just data points. Us swiping left on people like they're products. We've already become what we fear AI might be. The machine isn't the monster, it's the mirror. Every single AI system ever created was trained on human data, our words, our choices, our biases. When researchers discovered that facial recognition systems showed racial bias, was that the AI's fault? Or was it just learning from centuries of human prejudice embedded in the data? When recommendation algorithms push conspiracy theories and extremism, are they malfunctioning? Or are they perfectly reflecting what we actually click on when we think nobody's watching? AI doesn't have a shadow. We do, and we programmed it right into the code. Every biased dataset, every optimization metric that values engagement over truth, every algorithm designed to exploit human psychology for profit. We built our shadow into the machine, then acted shocked when it showed us who we really are. The tech industry calls this the alignment problem. How do we make AI align with human values? But that's the wrong question. The real question is, which human values? The ones we claim to have, or the ones we actually demonstrate? Because AI learns from what we do, not from what we say. Studies in psychology show a phenomenon called shadow projection. When we're uncomfortable with certain traits in ourselves, we become hypersensitive to those same traits in others. We criticize others for the exact flaws we refuse to see in ourselves. The cheater, who's paranoid about being cheated on, the liar who trusts nobody, the controlling person who fears being controlled. Now, apply this to it. We fear artificial intelligence will be ruthlessly efficient, valuing productivity over humanity. Yet we already live in a world where burnout is a badge of honor and rest is seen as weakness. We worry AI will make life or death decisions without emotion, but humans already do this with insurance algorithms, credit scores, and healthcare systems that decide who lives based on their ability to pay. We're not afraid AI will become something terrible. We're afraid it already reflects what we've become. Jung said, the shadow isn't evil, it's just unconscious. The real danger comes from refusing to acknowledge it. When we deny the shadow, it grows stronger in the darkness. It controls us from beneath our awareness and emerges in destructive ways. But when we face the shadow, integrate it, and bring it into consciousness, it loses its power to control us. It becomes fuel for growth instead of the seeds of destruction. This is the choice we face with AI, not whether to build it or ban it, Not whether it's good or evil, but whether we're willing to see what it reflects back to us. Every major technological leap has forced humanity to confront its shadow. The printing press threatened religious authority by democratizing knowledge. Photography challenged our constructed identities by capturing unfiltered reality. The internet revealed that anonymity brings out both our best collaborative instincts and our worst tribal cruelty. Each time, we had to decide, face what we've become, or blame the tool. AI is different only in its scale and speed. It processes our collective shadow faster than we can rationalize it away. It shows us patterns we've spent centuries denying. It makes visible what we've kept invisible, and that's terrifying. Not because AI is dangerous, but because truth is uncomfortable. Here's the paradox that changes everything. The same qualities that make AI frightening are the qualities that make it valuable. Its ability to find patterns we can't see, to process information without emotional bias, to optimize systems beyond human capability. We want these powers, but we fear them because they expose our own limitations. They reveal that we're not as rational, fair, or objective as we pretend to be. The ancient myths weren't warnings about technology. They were warnings about unconsciousness. Prometheus wasn't punished for stealing fire. He was punished for giving humans a power they weren't mature enough to handle. Frankenstein's monster wasn't born evil. It was abandoned by a creator who couldn't face what he had made. The golem didn't malfunction. It followed its instructions to literally, without the wisdom its creators lacked. Every story ends the same way. The creation becomes destructive when the creator refuses responsibility. When we blame the tool instead of examining ourselves, when we project our shadow instead of integrating it, AI will not save us or destroy us. It will reveal us. And what we do with that revelation will determine everything. Jung believed that becoming a whole person required confronting the shadow, not just once, but continuously, bringing darkness into light, owning what we've disowned. Only then can we truly grow and use power wisely. So, the question isn't whether AI will develop consciousness, the question is whether we will. Will we wake up to what we've been doing unconsciously? Will we face the reflection in the machine mirror and say, yes, that's me, and now I can change? The future of AI isn't about better algorithms, it's about better humans. Humans willing to see their shadow, willing to integrate instead of project, and willing to grow instead of blame. Because the technology will keep advancing whether we're ready or not. The only question is whether we'll advance with it. From myth to machine, the story hasn't changed. Only the medium. The shadow remains, waiting to be seen, waiting to be integrated, waiting for us to finally understand that the monster was never out there, it was always within. And the moment we stop running from it is the moment we become free. This is your invitation, not to fear AI, not to worship it, but to use it as what it truly is, the most powerful mirror humanity has ever created. What you see in that reflection is up to you. Will you look away, or will you finally see yourself clearly? The choice has always been yours. The machine just made it impossible to ignore. Thanks for watching, and if this made you think, consider subscribing for more insights.